Hello, I'm the intuitive Marie Monroe, and I am about to do a reading for a spirit that came to me the other day. Shannan Watts. One second. So, originally, Shannan came across my page, and then she came to visit me in a dream. And Shannan was telling me like little things about her husband. I have an abusive ex, and she was referring to his energy. Like, this is how I can explain my husband. And she referred it to my ex, right? And in the dream, my ex is attempting to set my house on fire. I literally woke up in a sweat. But she kept asking me questions like, where's the babies? What happened to the babies? Things like this. I'm asking her, like, where are the babies? But I did more research and stuff, and I found out that Shannan had passed before the children. Now, if you don't know Shannan Watts was a mother of 2, and she was pregnant as well. And her husband, she was married. Her husband had a mistress. He decided he wanted to move on. And the way he was going to do that was ending their lives, I guess. But she's been my energy heavy. When she came to me, I had the worst headache of my life, and I was wondering, why do I have the worst headache of my life? She was like, oh, he squeezed me until my eyes popped out. Now, viewers' discretion. I did research, and I found out that he strangled Shannan until her eyes began to bleed. That caused her to have the worst headache of her life. No, literally. You can go study the case if you would like, but we are about to ask some questions for Shannan, justice for Shannan. We have the 8 of Swords and the King of Swords. Now, her husband did go to jail almost for like the rest of his life. And so I would believe this is his energy. Now, in my dream, he came to me and he stole my chips. Why is that important? Okay, Shannan came to me first and told me things about him, like he was abusive behind closed doors. In my dream, he came to me and he stole my chips. So what was he trying to do? He was trying to steal my dream. And he began to laugh, and he was like, I'm a criminal. And I was like, yeah, not around here. Give me my chips back. So something about him, like, holding on to her. He still won't release her energy, even though this is over. It's really bothersome. And I'm hearing wife. Yeah, like, he's receiving his karma right now. He's literally in jail right now. And he still refers to her as his wife. I think this is bothersome to Shannan. So practically, yeah, he's still holding on to her or the family. Yeah, under judgment. Yes, this is the marriage. He's still holding on to her. He still speaks of her like she's his wife. I think this is very disrespectful. Yeah, and something about a happy family or something like that. I don't know if he has these illusions about them being a happy family or something. But you see my face. Now, remember Shannan was pregnant. We have the Empress in the Tower. We also have 9 of Wands. This would be a complication. Um, he caused Shannan a coffin birth. If you do not know what a coffin birth is, it is when a woman gives birth after death. She's saying even though she didn't meet her baby, she still loves her baby. Hold on. So I'm hearing a Gunna song. It ain't okay. It ain't okay. Hold on. Now I've been feeling nauseous, and she's telling me that she was having difficulties. A lot of nausea, feeling weak, not wanting to eat out the bed. I also heard, I was researching the case, and I heard that he gave her a narcotic or something like that to try to end this pregnancy. Gosh, guys, so she had a daughter named Celeste, and her name is Cece, right? She's drawing me to my Chanel bracelet. What is a Chanel bracelet? Cece. Okay, Cece could have liked the color pink. Okay, and now she's bringing me back to the house. Manipulation in the house. Hold on. Not only the house, but the bed, the lovers. So there was manipulation in bed. This guy pretended to love her. And remember, this is gory, but the night that he killed her, he made love to her as if they were going to stay together or something, knowing that he already had in his mind to end this marriage. So that is crazy. She's saying something like he trapped her, or like the baby was his idea, and then he abandoned it or decided not to want it, or this is because he was having a secret life and he thought that she was slow. Knight of Pentacles. She kept telling me about the birds. He thought that she was a bird. He thought that she was bird-brained, that she was slow, that he could manipulate her or play her behind her back. Okay. Somehow this pregnancy caused a tower moment in his life because she didn't understand why you wanted to keep it at first and then suddenly you want to end it. And something about work. Okay. Oh, a work affair. Yes, there is a work affair here. He was having a work affair, and I believe that him and his mistress worked at the same site. So it's 8:18. I just stopped my timer at 8:18. She's channeling to me Benjamin's Burn by Future, and it's the part, your attitude displaying jealousy, my dog. I'm from the low income, now we ballin'. So she was surpassing him in a way, okay? With her work, remember, she had a Thrive business. She had a business online that took off or something like that. But he began to live in her spotlight, and I believe this caused some jealousy in their relationship. She's just telling me that I'm doing good. She's just talking to me through the cards. She's telling me that I'm doing good. Okay. I don't know if y'all know about spirit boxes and stuff like that, but I don't use spirit boxes and stuff like that. But it's kind of like that. She's telling me that she remembers thinking about moving forward, being happy. She remembers being in the bed, thinking about being happy, being secure. The children still being okay, but she's moving forward, right? 355. She didn't mind change, so he did not have to kill her. She didn't mind change. She could have did it herself. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, he was being manipulative about this contract. Her husband was being manipulative about this contract. Told the mistress that he was getting a divorce. Shannon is saying there was no contract. Like a divorce, there were no divorce papers or something. Okay, so he reassured the mistress. This excited the mistress to hear about this contract, the divorce. And she probably used quote unquote a lot. But the mistress was excited about this divorce. So he was reassuring the mistress while Shannon was stressed, crying, stressed with work even. He was reassuring the mistress. This is crazy. So him and the mistress was under some type of illusion that they had a past life connection and that they were twin flames or soulmates or something like that. And somehow Shannon was the karmic and Shannon was in the way of their relationship, right? Maybe Shannon felt guided to ask about this relationship or something like that. Hold on. 144. And he told her that they were friends or something like that. Be calm, be at peace. This is my friend. Right. It's 422, so there's confusion that Shannon didn't know about the mistress. Shannon did know about the mistress, but he told her it was a work friend. I really do love this deck. It exposed my sister to hidden pregnancy. But, guys, when I was being slimed out, I woke up one day and a lot of my cards were thrown in the trash. I was living at a family member's house and like this is not my whole deck. Half of my deck was thrown in the trash. The brother card was thrown away. The best friend card was thrown away. The sister card was thrown away. Why? They didn't want me to read on them, right? Okay, so to be honest, Shannon was thinking about her transformation. Okay, she could care less. Okay, Shannon had support from family or something like that. She's telling him he could have went to go get a new home or something like that, like go get a new house or move out or something like that. She was thinking about having a glow up, possibly even moving on to be with someone else. I am not gonna lie. Like, the Shannon saying, like, I knew this was going to be the end for me. Like, I knew my life wasn't over. I'm beautiful. I could pull somebody else. Like, he could have just got the fuck out of my house. Like, I could have been okay. Like, was very, very confident. Yeah, rose-colored glasses. But he thought she was ditzy. He thought she was stupid. He didn't see her for who she truly was. He never stopped and listened. Okay? Like, I'm expressing to you who I am, but you're going to tell me who I am. Crazy. It's like he thought she was, like, weak or something, or, like, overly needy. Hold on. She says, don't get me wrong. I was sad, but I had every intention to succeed after I got done crying. Okay? After this strength. After I got done crying, I had every intent to move on and succeed, to strengthen. Okay? Somebody could have been 31. Somebody could have been in their 30s. Okay, she's getting irritated. She's like, yes, the 7 of Wands. She getting irritated. She don't like how people are painting her out as like weak or like she wasn't a fight, like she wouldn't fight back or something like that. Remember when he killed her, he said she didn't fight. Okay, well, she's saying she knew the connection was toxic. she knew she needed to heal from it. And she knew it was something that she needed to reject. 433. So Chris Watts didn't like Shannon's best friend because she was more aware. She told Shannon things. He did not like, he couldn't stand her because she had an intuition. And she was loyal to her friend. She's the one that told Shannon, it's okay for you to walk away from this. She empowered Shannon. She was loyal, committed to Shannon. And only Shannon. This is one pinnacle, not two. So when Shannon was burdened, she's the one that gave Shannon clarity. It's 6:33 and it is, I stopped it at 6:33. It's 4:55. When he was trying to throw illusions, maybe even give her mixed signals, mixed feelings, or anything like that, Shannon's friend was like a guide, right? This infuriated Chris, the husband. It's almost like he was competing with Shannon's best friend. Queen of Pentacles energy. Quick with it. Nah, that don't sound right type shit. Something about him like trying to pay himself up, but like, who are you gonna listen to? Who you listen to? I'm your husband though. I'm your husband though. Yes. Who would you listen to? I'm your husband though. I'm seeing tug of war. Love bombing. Love doesn't hurt. This could be what Shannon's best friend was telling her. Love wouldn't hurt you like that. I think that you should move on. I think that you should weigh your options. I think you should see a way out. There was a secret, 833, there was a secret conversation that Shannon had with her friend. Regarding leaving this family because of the conflict. You'll be okay. You have support, you have family, and you'll always have me. If you're worried about support, I will support you. We're gonna make sure you get through this. Shannon feared moving on because there was a lot of abundance or material. She was comfortable where she was. I'm hearing, that's all I know. That's all that I knew. That's all that I knew. 9 of Pentacles. She was the 9 of Pentacles, but he was the 1 Pentacle. And it's like sacrifice his ass. Sacrifice him. People are trying to convince her to sacrifice him. Now, I'm being drawn back to the mistress. She wants to know if the mistress had any dealings with this. Is the mistress innocent? She keeps referring to her as the mistress, so maybe she didn't know her name. She just knew she existed. Offering in the reverse, action in the reverse. I want to say she was receiving from Shannon's husband. Shannon gave to her. Shannon gave to her. I guess he gave her Shannon's things. I remember he took her on a date. He took the mistress on a date and spent their shared account. Spent the money from their shared account. But he withheld from Shannon. He stopped giving to Shannon. He stopped putting in effort towards Shannon. Right? Did the mistress have anything to do with this? I think the mistress just enjoyed receiving from the husband. Okay, she was aware that this new beginning was deceptive and things were moving fast. This is the mistress. Like, how do you love me so fast? That's why they assumed that they were soulmates. They assumed that they were twin flames because the connection was so strong. Even though it was deceptive. This is why they were under the impression that Shannon must be the mistress. The karmic. Shannon must be the third party. Our connection is stronger. Three of Swords. He hurt the mistress a lot as well. But he bigged up her, okay? He reassured her, okay? He was offering to live with her, get a house with her. They had conversations about this. A new beginning. We'll run off into the sun. We'll jump off a bridge together. But the thing is, it was a lot of talk. This is why she was hurt. There was a lot of talk, a lot of offerings, a lot of false promises. She waited for him a lot. She waited by the phone for him a lot. The mistress, she was getting bored, but she loved him. So she was stuck. He's very manipulative. He was a big liar. Very promiscuous. Very bullheaded. It seems like it was all for fun. This is how the mistress is viewing things. Like, was this fun to you? This was enjoyable to you? Living two lives? So even though she felt betrayed a lot by him as well, she held on to him because she thought that he was her good karma. I'll fight for this. I'll stick around. This is my good karma. He made these promises to me. That's what I'm fighting for. Just like Shannon was fighting for her marriage, she was fighting for the promises that he made, that he never, ever, ever gave. Now, 18 plus, the sex was good. What the fuck? The sex was good. The sex was better. That's insane. So the pussy changed his mind. What the fuck? The devil. What is the devil? Sexual energy. But the whole time he was having sex with both of them. And he was having a blast. He was having fun. Having the best of both worlds. So I'm hearing that Chris Watts became very defensive. He felt righteous in his actions. He became very defensive. He felt like he had the right. But there was something about him not even giving as he was supposed to. He fell short on giving to Shannan. Okay? You know, when your man stops giving to you, he's giving to someone else. This saddened Shannan. Okay? This is what saddened her. Okay? The clues were there. You never withhold from me. Now you're withholding from me. Now you don't have enough for me. Enough time, enough energy, enough gifts, enough love, enough sex. Yes, she felt it. She felt it. She felt that he was connecting with someone else. Behind her back, she was trying to figure it out. Okay, she was trying to put clues together. She was trying to find the missing piece. That intuition definitely told her there's someone else. I feel like she couldn't pinpoint who, but she knew for a fact that he was sexually active with someone else. You go look up the case. They speak about these things. She asked him questions like, are you sleeping with somebody else? Because you're not having sex with me. She's saying that she was overly emotional. Yes, overly emotional. This is the devil and the 9 of cups. 9 of swords stuck in her head. Felt like she was going crazy even. He even probably told her that she was going crazy. 9 of pentacles. He thought she was slow. He thought that he could manipulate both her and the mistress. Okay, so he was doing work on the both of them. Keeping them separated. Playing them both like they were slow. Shannan's saying, I know this man. I've been with this man. I watched this man grow. I know how his mind thinks. I live with this man. I'm being drawn to this infinity sign. She's like, I've been with you forever. I'm no dummy. I know your ways. 744, I know that you're deceiving me with the 7 of swords. The hanged one. And I know that you're playing on the fact that I love you. Okay? So he used her love as a weapon against her. Yeah, 10 of swords. Shannan's saying she had pattern recognition. She had pattern recognition. So even though she felt like she was going insane, her pattern recognition is what made her feel stable. Okay? I'm studying your ways. That's how I know I'm not going crazy. That's how I know I'm not going. Pregnancy brain. She's saying pregnancy brain. He tried to blame it on the pregnancy brain. She was pregnant. I'm feeling really clouded as well. Shannan said she had to keep showing up. She had to keep showing up. She was in the spotlight. She literally went live for work and things. So she was getting up and she was dancing to the beat of her own drum. But behind closed doors, she was 4 of cups. Feeling rejected, and 10 of swords, feeling betrayed. About her marriage, the Hierophant. So everything is not as it seemed. She was chasing waterfalls. She was staying committed to someone who was causing actions who was doing things that would cause her to close a cycle. So he was trying to force her out of love, basically. Now, Shannan wrote a love letter to him. Yeah. What is that? The Knight of Cups. To fight for their marriage. But she's telling me when I channeled that, she's telling me that that just angered him. The love letter angered him. Why? Because he was trying to force her out of love, not have her fight for the love. He was very aware of what he was doing. It was like a job, an assignment for him. Let me get her off my and that'll be easier for me to move on. Let me do things to hurt her. That'll be easy. But what she decided to do was the infinity fight for her forever love. Now I want to ask Shannon, were you aware, were you in fear that he would end you? The strength, Three of Swords. Yeah, something told her that he was working on attempting to hurt her. That he was planning to hurt her. Something told her that he was planning to hurt her. And he played it like she was crazy. If you study this case, if you go look up this case, he sent Shannon a picture of a Barbie doll under a white sheet. When someone dies and, people come to collect the body, they cover it with a white sheet. Shannon was wrapped in a white sheet when she died. The magician. So he was telling her what he was doing or what he planned to do. He was like dropping little clues, leaving little clues. She says acting like a serial killer. He was acting like a serial killer. She tried to manipulate him. She tried to one-up him with love, with peace. He might have said something referring to laying Shannon to rest, but she juggled it in her mind. She went back and forth. So he definitely mentioned laying her to rest or something like that. I'm hearing private conversations. These are private conversations. These are things that he won't tell anyone. Yeah, she's saying he stopped acting like he loved me. He became cold. He withdrew. We stopped going out as much. But Page of Swords, he was trying to convince her that he still loved her because she was the mother of his children. She was his wife. You're supposed to love your wife. She's saying words of wisdom. Don't get stuck on a title. Don't get stuck on a title, because her being stuck on the title is what caused her to stick around. Look, her being stuck on a title is what caused her to stick around, and her being stuck on a title is also what caused her to lose her life. We got the Five of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the Death and the Rebirth. Now, she's not dead. She was just taken off of the earth. She no longer has a vessel to operate. That's why her spirit is so strong, because she didn't die. I heard that she was praying when he was killing her. As he was killing her, she was praying. The Lord says you shall live and not die. Even if you don't have a vessel, you shall live and not die. A lot of the times, 433, people think that I'm cold and stuff like that. I don't grieve my mother as much, but I speak to my mother. I communicate to my mother. She doesn't have a body, but she's still very much alive. She still takes care of me from the other side. Somebody wants to ask me, like, who take care of you? Nobody takes care of me. I take care of me. I have guidance. Why my mother is still alive. You just don't have a body. So There's a lot of pink around me. I end up with random things. I'm always gifted. I'm spoiled as fuck. Because I still have a mom. I just can't see her. He did something crazy in the living room and he fell. And I heard a woman say, "Why would you do that?" But when I went out there, I was like, "Who is out there with him?" Nobody was out there with him. I know who said that. The Temperance. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so she was welcomed into a new life. Why does Shannan energy feel so balanced, so at peace, and all that? She's saying she realized when she got to the afterlife that she was still alive. So she's still at peace. The babies, they're still at peace because she's still alive. He tried to take her life, but she's still alive. He's being haunted in his cell by their happy spirits because they're still alive. I told them, like, if you ever kill me, you're gonna die next. Why? Because I'm gonna kill you. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, I'm gonna kill you. If you kill me, I'm gonna kill you. I will forever live. Baby, this is not what you want. I'm not no regular person. Something about the light in Shannan's eyes. Something about her light. The Emperor. He wanted power over her. He wanted to snatch her soul. He wanted to take her soul out of her body. He wanted to see the light fade from her eyes. Remember I told you her eyes bled as she died. 7-Eleven. The Wheel. He called her lucky. But we have the Justice. She's saying, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. I was never lucky, I'm blessed. Oh, she's saying he believed that she moved on, or she created this big bright future, or this big successful business or something out of luck. She's saying it was from the source. The star. She was connected. She was locked in. Okay, this future was already planned with her and God. He tried to cut it short. Like, oh, you're lucky. Oh, you're a lucky charm, but no, she was connected to the source. This was in the plan. She was made for this shit. 10 of Wands. She's saying he tried to play God in my life. He wanted to be God in my life. It's 5:33. He wanted to be God in my life. 10 of Swords, and this caused complications, competition. He put a lot on her to weigh her down, and she continued to thrive. Okay, her business was called Thrive. Something about her having no idea. She had no idea, or he had no idea. King of Wands reversed. He had no idea she could overpower him. She was more powerful than him. And I feel like this was later on revealed in their relationship. He began to see her as a star. She was becoming a star. With her work life. The Fool, she took that leap of faith. And that shit, she watched it grow. Okay? She said, I made good decisions and it paid me back. He called her selfish as well, because what she received, she held on to. He was selfish with her. She was just repaying him for all the times that he was selfish with her. She's saying she felt cramps, like her stomach cramped up as she was dying. She knew that she was going to lose her baby. I was asking her why. Like, she kept asking me about the two girls. And I was wondering, like, why isn't she worried about the baby that she was carrying? She felt that she was going to lose that baby when she was being killed. I think he strangled her for about 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But it definitely wasn't a quick death. She felt pain in her head, and she felt the cramps in her stomach. She's saying, loving you is my greatest sin. Okay? If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. So she left even with love in her heart. Okay? She left with love in her heart for this man. As he was killing her, the love never left. Two of Swords, the Empress. Her son, he killed her son. She's saying he killed my son. She had 2 daughters. She was just now pregnant with a boy. She's saying he killed my son. And my only sunshine, you make me happy. The skies are gray. Okay. Maybe this baby kept her going, kept her motivated. Okay, and while it motivated her, it changed him for the worst. It caused him to withdraw. When I was talking to her, she told me that he became an in-house deadbeat. Like, they lived together, but he became a deadbeat. Okay, she said she tried to, I'm getting cramps in my stomach, y'all. She's saying she tried not to stress, okay? She tried not to stress. She already knew that he didn't want this baby, that he wanted the baby to die, that he didn't want this family anymore. She tried her best to stay stress-free to bring the baby to life. Okay? Like, she felt as though he was purposely trying to stress her out, stress the baby out of her. And so remember, he gave her these pills to cause her to have a miscarriage. She's saying it didn't work. It didn't work. The baby kept moving. The baby was still alive. I don't know if this baby was a water sign or was going to be. But this was a strong baby, a creative baby as well. 333, she's saying my angel baby. He was stubborn. He wasn't going to go anywhere. Even though he attempted to cause a miscarriage, that baby wasn't going to go anywhere. She's saying self-love is the best love, okay? And that all should forgive. She was forgiving. She's saying, I loved myself so much that I had enough love to give and to forgive. Oh my gosh. I keep being pointed to this trash can on these people's porch. She's saying something about the house. The house is trash, or the house needs to be demolished, or she doesn't want that house standing anymore. Yeah, release. She doesn't want that house. She's coming in very strong. She doesn't want that house standing anymore. She don't want people going by visiting that house. She don't want anyone moving in that house. She doesn't want that house standing. And then I got my cheer card. I think she's just happy that I can communicate to her. When I started studying this case like 4 days ago, and like my head was pounding. I'm like, you have to back up because I can't see, I can't think, because your energy is too strong. But she's just excited that I can communicate with her and that I understand exactly what she's saying. Like, word for word. This is what I'm saying. People keep confusing me. I don't want that house standing. New beginning, date night, baby. When she came home, so close, don't give up, take it easy. When she came home, he was in the calmest energy. She thought that they were making up for the baby, that they were going to have a new beginning for the baby. But it was exposed that he didn't even care about the baby, that he wanted to move forward. This triggered her, this irritated her. She said she was traveling and she was coming home with love. Okay? Leave, completed, finished. Only to find out that he wanted to leave her. This mind game that he was playing, it was draining her, leaving her bored, tired. She's already pregnant, and you're manipulating her energy like a demon. This is the Golden Girls Tarot, Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I believe this is her energy. Very loving, very soft woman. 544. As Shannon is saying, there are days that he would come home and she would be irritated as fuck that he's at home. I got a headache. 4 of Cups, the Judgment, the Moon. Ooh. Withdrawing her energy purposely, uninterested, seriously. Yeah, she's saying like everybody's confused that she was just up his ass and on his dick and stuff like that. She wasn't fucking with him either, because she knew he was being deceptive. So everybody's under the impression that she was just ditzy, stupid, slow, stuck in love. There was days she wasn't fucking with him either. Okay? She knew that she could do better. Like, she wasn't this ditzy bitch that everybody thinks she is. She could have been very feminine. She loved the color pink. Her daughters could have loved the color pink, the color purple, the color blue. 8 of Swords. Who do we think about when we think about the 8 of Swords? She's saying she felt trapped. Okay? Because she was 4 months pregnant. Remind you? And when did he tell her he didn't want the baby? When she was already 4 months pregnant. She felt trapped. 6 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. But she was committed to bringing this baby in. Like, oh, wait till I had this baby. Wait till I had this baby. Wait till I had this baby, nigga. Wait till I had this baby. She's saying she wasn't even so sure about the marriage anymore. She was confused how she even married this man. Who did I marry? Why did I get married? That's hilarious. She's saying that's the only time he overpowered me. And she's saying, I see her energy doing this. That's the only time he's overpowered me. And what does the Lord say? You can attack everything, you can have everything except her mind. He wanted her mind. It burdened him that she had peace in her mind. No matter what. That is her power. She's saying downstairs. Something about downstairs. And my stomach is hurting a lot. Remember, well, I don't know if y'all know, but if you study this case, he was lying about sleeping in the basement. They had a separation and he was sleeping in the basement or something. Some days she was too tired to go downstairs. He insinuated her being lazy on one of the videos I watched as well. But what would a pregnant woman? Yeah, she said, tell them that I can make money sitting on my ass. How about that? That's what she's saying. I can make money sitting on my ass. You calling me lazy? I can make money sitting on my ass, though. She's saying mistress called her, the mistress wanted her life. So this was a failed destiny swap. Mistress thought that she was going to get Shannan's life, but she was unaware that Shannan created this for herself. Okay, probably with the help of him, but Shannan was successful herself. So he was selling the mistress a lie, selling her a dream. This was a destiny swap that failed, that went wrong. The mistress was under some illusion that he could give her this beautiful life. And I'm hearing children too. 122. He could give her children too. She's saying, why did he kill the kids? Like, what was your motive in killing the kids? Why did you have to kill the kids? Don't trip. 144. What was this nigga motive in killing the kids? I really feel like this asshole is in my energy right now. And he's trying to tell me to like mind my business. I told y'all he was in my fucking dream, trying to steal my fucking dream. He's in my energy right now talking about don't trip. Don't worry about it. Everything is meant to be. Everything is as is. It's 5:55 right now. He's in my energy right now. So this might not have even been something that he ever told anybody. What was your motive in killing the children? This is something he never disclosed. Okay, he was thinking about himself. He's selfish. Yeah, this is him in 5D. This is 5D communication. He felt like that would have... He was done. Confirmation. He was done with this cycle. He was done with this life. He was going to leave all of it behind, even the children. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, look. It says you are doing amazing. And it's a cheer card. It's Shannan. Yeah, I know this bitch, his bitch ass. Okay, him and Shannan could have had a spiritual connection, a 5D connection as well. And he could have been some type of spiritual because, mind you, he thought that the mistress was his twin flame or his soulmate or something like that. He felt like it was meant to be with his crazy ass, that it was his mission to end this life, to go be with the fucking mistress. He did it for the union. I'm motherfucking lost for words, y'all. I can never pull this shit out of my ass. Promise you. Excuse me. And when I was studying the case, I just had to keep taking a break because it just seems so... He's so self-righteous. Like... And I don't know if this is his energy that's irritated or if I'm irritated. But I am irritated. I'm also being drawn to the birds have a secret. I wrote that in my journal. After I wrote why the fuck did he kill the kids, I wrote the birds have a secret. So maybe the children was holding a secret. Is Nicole Kessinger innocent? That's the mistress. Nicole Kessinger innocent. The birds have a secret. The children had a secret. The children knew about the mistress. So he killed them. God. Children right here. Y'all, this deck is 5 years old, so. Yeah, the children still have a high vibe. The children are saying the mistress had a high vibe. The mistress was confident. And had a high vibe. So the mistress didn't put the children in harm's way or anything. I don't know if the mistress would tell anyone, but I believe that she was around these children. So maybe when the children, I'm seeing a scenario where one of the children stumble or almost fall and the mistress helps the child. But the children were going to tell. I have coming towards with news and I have new job. While the mom was on, and what's that, travel? While the mom was on a travel trip, the mistress was playing the role of the mother in the home. Oh my gosh, y'all, oh my gosh, Cece. Yo, I had my ashtray sitting on top of my Chanel bracelet, and my ashtray just fell over. So Cece, she had a daughter named Cece. Cece almost fell, and the mistress caught her, or something like that. The mistress helped her. Maybe Cece did fall. The mistress helped her or something. She had interaction with these kids. Cece remembers falling, and the mistress helping her. They knew her name. They knew her name was Nicole. The mother did not, Shannan did not know the mistress' name. The children found out the mistress' name. Why was Shannan in confusion? Because she knew there was a mistress. She just didn't know who the mistress was. She couldn't put her finger on it. Those children had a secret. I know the mistress' name. We can put a name on this shit now. Yep, that motherfucking mistress was very confident, very sure, very secure in their home. She was a little too confident around these kids. Bitch, you're a secret. You should have stayed a secret, bitch. The children were too aware. The children were too aware. He killed them because they were too aware. 3 of Wands. These children had plans to tell their mother what the fuck's going on while they were out of town. Yup, they were waiting. They were patient enough. I got clues. I'm going to tell my mom everything that's going on. He knew once Shannan found out that she was going to leave him. She was going to move on. When he told her in bed, I don't want the baby anymore, and I'm not in love with you anymore. What is Shannan was okay with that. She did not fight. What did he say? She didn't put up a fight. She said she was willing to fight for their marriage. That was before she knew there was someone else in the picture. The same day, the same night Shannan came back, the mistress was in the house. That's why everybody's skeptical. Like, did she have anything to do with it? No. They almost got caught up. That's what happened. But she didn't do it. She didn't have nothing to do with it. They just almost got caught. Shannan is saying it was later revealed that he's broke. Confirmation. It was later revealed that he's broke. He was living in her spotlight. Inviting the mistress to their big house. Having the children around the kids. Oh, I spoiled Shannan. No, you don't. This is Shannan's life. They were behind on their mortgage or something like that. Because there was a lot of pressure on Shannan. She with this broke nigga. Let's talk about that. Everybody painted a picture like Shannan was going broke. No, she had a lot on her plate and that nigga was broke. 7 of Pentacles. She's saying, I was reaping my rewards. But the thing is, I was carrying my weight and his weight and the kids' weight. I gotta take care of the house. I gotta cook. I gotta clean. I gotta fill the fridge. We going broke because you're not helping, bitch. Okay, and Shannan is saying she believed that, you remember, if you go back to, I don't know what part that was, but if you go back, she's saying he stopped giving. He stopped giving. He went to go find less. So he went to go give to someone that doesn't need as much. He stopped taking care of the house and started giving to someone that doesn't need as much. Right. And he was an in-house deadbeat as well. Right. He was trying to prove a point. 6'11". That's my intuition. He was trying to prove a point. Since you're so successful, since you're in the spotlight, since you got it, since you the big boss, do it by yourself. I'm gonna put the weight on you. Right? You got it. 101. He started to envy this lady. He started to envy her. You can call her lazy, but she was bringing money in. But she was traveling for work. But I bet he would be way happier when she was struggling. She had 2 jobs and she was struggling. She barely had a babysitter because of him. If you go study the case, he's letting the internet drag the fuck out of her, saying, "Oh, she put this mortgage on me. That's why I killed her. She stressed me out with the mortgage." Nah, I'm not buying it. It was 2 of y'all. It was 2 of y'all in the home. You could have supported her. You withheld support to punish her for being successful, for thriving. You outshine a man, watch how he try to shit on you. I've learned my lesson. I say date a nigga with more than you. Date a nigga with more than you. Because when you got more, these niggas hate you. They hate your guts. You got a house, he don't got a house. You got a job, he don't got a job. They mad, baby. You got a car, he don't got a car. Itch. You got a business, he don't got a business. You got a platform, he don't got a platform. Like, and y'all see how all this shit is like falling off my table? It's like, I'll knock all this shit over. So it was like a slow sabotage. Slowly sabotaging her. Like a slow kill. But she kept fighting back. Only way to stop me is if you kill me. So she's saying the baby died when she died. The baby died when she died. Even though she had a coffin birth. Again, a coffin birth is when a woman gives birth to a baby while she's dead. Even though she had a coffin birth, the baby was dead. It was like a stillborn. When her airway got cut off, so did the baby's. So she gave birth to a stillborn. Gosh, look guys, nail polish remover. He's trying to remove the polish off of her. He's allowing the internet or whoever, his family. She said his family. He allowed them to slander her, and I've seen a lot of interviews with his family, and I don't like the way they talked about her. They're painting her in a bad light. She's saying, "Save our souls. Save our souls." 5 of Cups is saddening her that they are slandering her like that. She's saying, "But I kept your secrets." She kept the secrets. The secrets that he was manipulative. The secrets that he was beating on her. The secrets that he was verbally abusive. The secrets that he was an in-house deadbeat. I kept the secrets. But you letting the world slander me 444 and paint me in this ugly ass light. She's saying, so he can be the star for once. So he can be the star for once. She's saying, but you the devil though. That's the difference. You're the devil. You're the devil. You're in the spotlight as the devil, bitch. The star of the show, like for once in his life. That's why when the press came to interview him about his missing wife, he's smiling. He's trying to look good on camera and shit. You never get attention. You've always been Shannan's husband. You've always played the background. She talking shit. She talking shit. Like she probably was slick at the mouth. She probably was good with her words. Yeah, she was slick at the mouth. She was good as fuck with her words. She was good at telling this nigga who he is. She was good at being a mirror to him. There's something that she said in the bed that caused him to kill her. So remember, he told her he didn't want the baby, he didn't love her, da da da. That was to kill her confidence. That was to crush her spirit. But there was something that she said to him that triggered him to kill her, and we about to see what was it? She's saying, I never needed you. I've always done this. Like, you're a fool. I never needed you. Yeah, I'm the star. Like, I've been that. I've been this. I never needed you. Ooh. So that's fine. Two of Swords. Bum. Oh, Lord. Yeah, something about him not being able to see something. When I watched the video, she was like, she said, you're never going to see me again. She didn't say you're never going to see the kids again. That's what he told her. She's saying you're never going to see me again. I don't need you. I never needed you. You're never going to see me again. I will never, I'm out of your life. Actually, get out of my fucking house. Bitch, remember, this is my house. Did you forget that? My phone just hit 20%. I never needed you. This is my house. Get out. What the fuck? Go be with that bitch. What the fuck is you here for? We don't need you. I'm good without you. I'm stable without you. You're actually a problem. Motherfucker. Yeah, this is over. So he tried to end things with her and crush her, and she told his ass the truth. Baby, did you forget? Baby, I don't need you, baby. We can end this shit right now. You can pack your shit, get out my motherfucking house. And also, he was thinking about setting that house on fire. I seen this vision of my abusive ex. He attempted to set my house on fire, but every time he struck the match and he threw it on the rug, the house would not light on fire. And I just kept telling him, like, get out of here. Like, what do you want? Get out of here. So he could have threatened something about her closet. He could have threatened to set her closet on fire, set the house on fire, something of that sort, so that she wouldn't have anything. He was going to make her start all the way over. He was going to cause complications for her. Yeah, you're going to have to start all over. That's not funny. This nigga, like, let's be real. You living in my spotlight, baby. When I go, everything goes. So you can go downsize with your bitch that's not thriving like me. That's not funny. That made him kill her ass that night. She said that's when he overpowered me. We got the strength card. That's when he overpowered me. She's saying I couldn't move fast enough. I was too emotional. She said that's a lie. Yep, confirmation. That's a lie that I didn't fight back before I went. I would never go out without a fight. He just overpowered me. And I'm done with this reading. I am the intuitive, not Monroe. Oh my gosh. I gotta go breathe. Bye.